Hi, welcome. I'm Eddie. Do you know who Ashoka is and his importance for Buddhism? Is Ashoka movie good for someone like myself? Someone interested in Buddhism? Was able to learn about the history, the culture, and other aspects that could help me better picture Ashoka as a person. As this is a Bollywood movie, surprisingly, it's historically accurate of major events, but there are issues. So for me, who wanted to learn more about Ashoka, the movie was good, but I needed some additional information. I call it supplemental information to get a better rounded picture of Ashoka. If you don't want entertainment and then going about getting the extra info, then this movie may not be good for you. Before I go on any further, I just want to say that I'm somewhat interested in Buddhism, and my knowledge is limited. And what I'm about to present here are just my opinions. Now, I don't recall when I first learned about Ashoka, but I had some ideas about how important he is for Buddhism. He's also important for modern day India, as his Ashoka chakra wheel is shown prominently on the center of the Indian flag. While the chakra wheel is used by many different religions, it is definitely used in Buddhism. And Ashoka is Buddhist. Briefly, in case you're not familiar with Ashoka, to save you a little bit of time from Googling, Ashoka or Ashoka the Great was the third emperor of Maurya Empire from 268 to 232 BCE. After he conquered most of present-day India, excluding Tamil Nadu, west to the edge of modern-day Iran, and east through Bangladesh, he became more devout in his Buddhist practice, making his rule more benign, even extending protection to animals, and sending Buddhist missionaries widely. He's credited for sending his son and daughter to Sri Lanka to spread Buddhism, of course, Buddhism throughout his empire, and through that, trade, cultural exchanges spread out even more widely. In fact, on a side note, went on a pilgrimage in China where I visited a Pure Land Buddhist temple called Dongling Shi II, or East Forest Temple II. And you can see the Ashoka pillars on both sides in the picture. It's the second because the main temple, built over 1600 years ago, is located way up in the mountains. And this particular temple is built closer to the communities. So, how did I like this movie as a Buddhist practitioner? The movie was good in providing major events close to the actual history. Now, I read that in different movie reviews. In terms of culture, I think from a non-historian, non-anthropological perspective, the movie provided a good flavor of the culture. But, and the big but, is that this is a 2001 Bollywood movie, so while you're watching the movie, people, actors, actresses spontaneously begin singing and dancing. One also wonders if the woman in the movie really dressed that way. So if you know, please put it in the comments. The movie also provided what I consider as very important in terms of experiential factor of that time and place for Ashoka. And that was the brutality of war. Now it's been mentioned quite often, and it was portrayed here, his last conquest of the state of Kalinga, located central east side of India, along the coast. That was especially bloody and brutal. And subsequent to that, Ashoka changed his way in the way he ruled and becoming a devout Buddhist practitioner. This movie did a good job portraying that brutality. Now, here I will follow up with some of the negatives of the movie. I think they could have put in a little more into the movie, the emphasis on the Ashoka pillars, his ethics, showing a little bit more of those actions. But then maybe that would change the flow of the movie and not make it entertaining the way how they want it to be. And also, as I've alluded to, this is a 2001 Bollywood movie. People in the film spontaneously start singing and dancing. But if you are walking into this movie knowing that, then it's fine. However, there are additions of what I call made-up romance and characters inserted for dramatic and entertainment values. So if you're watching this movie, you need to be aware of the alterations from the known historical events. This is where I use supplemental material to help me. Before watching the movie, I watched a couple of docu-videos describing Ashoka's history, his life, accomplishments, and areas that may have been whitewashed. I also read some articles pertaining to the subject. Now you may ask, why watch the movie then? Why go through all the trouble? For me, I was interested in this movie for both historical perspective and entertainment value. So when I watched the film, I was mentally piecing together the narratives of the film, of the docu-videos, of the articles, forming a rich web of images, sounds, ideas, etc. about Ashoka. Now this is neither a systematic, academic, nor proper way to learn about Ashoka, but it was fun and entertaining for me. Going forward, I do plan to do more official readings to learn about Ashoka. So would I recommend someone interested in learning about Ashoka from a Buddhist perspective to watch this film? Probably not. Unless if you are seeking the entertainment value and going through the extra effort to learn about Ashoka. Now, in case you prefer the more direct method without the entertainment, then you can just skip all the song and dance and read up about Ashoka. And I'm going to provide a couple of links from different Buddhist websites that have Buddhist texts written about Ashoka or books written about Ashoka. Thank you for watching.